Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Last time we had just updated our water tanks and port lights, and in this episode we continue working on the boat, but we also give you a taste of what winter's like in the Pacific Northwest.
It's a bit windy today. 45, 45 consistent. Oh, 52. It's nasty. Oh, 60, 62. Whoa. This is absolutely insane. We're experiencing a wind event. I mean, it's been blowing consistently 50 knots for a couple hours. See if I can show you a better view. Oh no.
So that was one of the biggest windstorms we had during the winter, and then a couple weeks later we encountered Winter Storm Maya. Actually the storm was named Maya, like our boat's name, which is pretty crazy.
The storm is starting. I'm ready for it.
Well, after a couple of weeks of this, we decided we may as well take advantage of this winter weather, and we decided to go out to the mountains and play in the snow. Well, we had a lot of fun playing in the mountains, but it was time to get back to the boat. We had a big battery project waiting for us.
Hey, we're back with some more boat project stuff here. Today we're dealing with batteries. We found out the batteries are no good, and there was another one right there, and we actually have another one starter, the green one, and the black one is also house. So replacing those batteries, and we're going to put them all in here, which is going to be kind of a challenge. I got to reroute all this stuff. So I'm doing like a quick little test fit here. I've got a lot of work to do still, but I was antsy to see how the batteries fit in there, and I knew it was going to be close, but it's like literally perfect. There's no space extra. So chalk that up for good luck there. So awesome. On the other side, and everything looks really good. Unfortunately, there are a bunch of wires landed like right there on that wall, so I've got to come to terms with all of this stuff. Have it. The new batteries are in there, and that's where they're going to live. Now I get to deal with like this big old rat's nest, and I'm going to mount it right there. But before I do that, I had to get all organized, label everything I could, and now it's time to really start seeing some results. All right, quick update. Got the batteries dropped in here and the cabling made up. Made up these like really thick electrical cables. Thankfully, the school I go to has this hydraulic hand press, which is freaking awesome. So I was able to make up these cables, which would otherwise cost an ungodly amount. So yeah, thanks Skagit Valley College. All right, so after much to do, the batteries are in and everything is basically wired up and rerouted. All this electrical was rerouted to this side of the compartment and then just organized and labeled and everything, so I have a much better idea what's going on. And the batteries are functional, so everything turned out really nice. There is a little bit of more work to do. I've got this fuel transfer pump that lived like right there before. It needs to go back there. A couple other little connections, but basically it's all done, and this will allow us to use the boat and go out cruising again. So just woo! Thought I was done with the batteries. Lo and behold, I get to move them again. So I had to take them all out because I had looked down in here and saw a bunch of like crap floating around. So I thought it'd be a good idea to get in there and hopefully try to pump out that nasty stuff. A little pump on borrow from a friend. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Open and exposed, and you can see those little globs. That's what we're after. It's like bacterial growth, and they'll clog an engine. So hopefully I'm just gonna suck it up with like this little tube contraption and just get all the bad stuff out. That should help. Well, there's less stuff down there. I still got a little more to go, but this gives you an idea of what stuff was in there. So it's like this microbial growth stuff that is really bad for engines. All right, here's a look inside. It's there is some stuff in there, but it's not as bad as the other tank. So I'll just go ahead and kind of evacuate that stuff and then seal her back up.
This wasn't really a fun job, but it really is important that we give our engine clean fuel. We will use it a ton on our summer trip. We'll be motoring hundreds of hours, and cruising's way more fun if you don't have to worry about your engine dying.
So much better. Totally clean. So it's got a clean bill of health now.
All right, well, that about does it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Join us next time as we start cruising again. We get out and use the boat, and then we are also preparing for our big summer trip where we are going to go around Vancouver Island. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.